The year was 1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
It's the bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Well, we've arrived. Another podcast just for you. Podcast number 31 for Jack and Ron.
31?
Yeah, 31.
Jeez, man.
Can you believe we've done that many podcasts? Well, we're up to number 31.
Working hard, man.
I know, we're doing it right here, too.
And by the way, we're not the only ones working hard.
Oh, no. We'll
These
talk
guys,
about these guys
man.
who are working hard behind the scenes here. We are at the 616 Studios in Moore, Oklahoma. Proprietor Chad Lunsford running the show along with assistant Brandon. And they're doing a great job, and we appreciate the effort on these guys' part. So we welcome you to the podcast. A lot going on today. We've got Mike Evans with his Hollywood update. We got Tribon coming up. We also have a sleazy, trashy showbiz report. And let's see. Oh, and a lady who can name a bunch of cheese in 30 seconds. I'll tell you all about her.
Checking that out. And hey, the return of Roy the movie guy.
Oh.
You want to know what's coming up this weekend, where you want to go, and Jack and I can take our guess as to which movie is going to be number one. I have no idea. I think it's this one or that one. We used to do the amounts of money, but I don't know. I was terrible at that for a while, even though I won.
You usually did win. Yeah, you're right. No doubt about that.
But,
we'll
we'll
do
be
some
checking
sort
all
of
that
a
out,
financial bet or wager on who was going to get them right or who was going to get them wrong or closest to it.
Closest to how much money they brought in.
Oh, yeah, there you go,
Yeah.
how much money they brought.
And,
Man, it's been about almost a year, so I've forgotten how we did that.
So I'm thinking this time around, which movie do you think is going to come out on top? Bam, and that'll be the end of that. That money aspect, man. It's hard to figure folks out anymore, and I mean that.
All right, we've got to go ahead and congratulate our winners this week. If you share this podcast, there's a good chance you'll be a winner of a gift certificate to Louie's and some donuts from Krispy Kreme. Our winner this time, it's TJ, J-Rod, and Janet, who work at a radio station here in town. Always have been huge admirers of ours and huge admirers of our work, often contacting us for pointers and helpful radio hints.
No, they did win this legitimately because I do know they kept calling and calling and emailing and everything else. So you didn't. They didn't wear you down, did they?
Oh no, they legitimately won. So hey, congratulations, TJ, J-Rod, and Janet, big supporters of Jack and Ron. They love the show. They love our work. All right, so congrats to you. On to Too Tough Trivia to kick things off.
All right, here we go. 3 questions. You can have all the time you need, all the way to the end of this particular podcast to come up with the right answer. Question number 1: the official unit of measure for 1 million years is what? The official unit of measure, yeah.
What was it? There's a name for it?
Yeah.
1 million years.
All right, let me go ahead and move on to question number 2.
I'm trying to come up with one. Pneumonia.
No.
Not pneumonia. All right.
Oh, wait till you hear what it is.
All right, will I be excited?
Oh, knowing you, yes.
Okay.
What's the first movie with a $100 million budget? What was the first movie with a $100 million budget?
I want to say Titanic.
Go ahead.
I said Titanic.
No, that's not it.
All right.
I said the first movie.
Okay.
All right. Finally, it's the second best-selling single in history, but this artist has only performed it in public once.
Well, then it wouldn't be
Who
White
is it?
Christmas, right?
No.
Not White Christmas, Bing Crosby?
I will tell you this. Bing Crosby's White Christmas is the number 1 selling single in history. This is number 2, but the artist has only performed it in public once.
Okay, can I ask another question? Is the artist still alive?
Yes. Yes, he
Wow. Ooh, this is tough.
So, Too Tough Trivia you can get with your friends, whatever the case may be, and we'll give you the answers at the end of this podcast.
All right, I can't wait to find out because that last question's really that's the one that's stumping me. I can't get a grip on that one. All right, let's talk about some of the things going on. We've got the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving and all. How about this? Pringles is now making Thanksgiving dinner in a chip. a chip form. You know, Pringles come in the little.
I started to bring one of those in, but I didn't want to puke on camera.
They got those little cylinders that you get your Pringles chips in. Okay, we're not sure if your memory is real good about all this, but last year Pringles made chips with different Thanksgiving dinner flavors just as a test. But now they're for sale, and you can buy them on Amazon, I believe. Here's what they have. You can get a pack of 3 flavors, and that would be turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie. Now, for $15 at kelloggstore.com, they go on sale. Well, they went on sale just a couple days ago. As far as we know, they won't be in stores, so you'll have to order them at kelloggstore.com. And I'm thinking, this sounds really ridiculous, the turkey chip, the stuffing chip, and the pumpkin pie. I'm not too likely to buy any of them. However, I think the stuffing chip, if you crush it up and mix it in your
I knew you'd come
What
up
if
with
you
that.
mix it in your stuffing? Because people put all kinds of stuff in their stuffing, from apples and raisins to grapes and, I don't know, jalapenos and all kinds of crap people put in stuff. I like a real basic
Now, what if the
stuffing.
flavor of this particular Pringles doesn't match the flavor of the stuffing?
It might be an accent. You know, it might be a little
I know,
ooh,
or it could
give you
be
a little
one of those.
boost.
There's something in here. You know, you've seen individuals do that. Hey, there's something in here that doesn't taste just
Right.
right.
Well, that
Yeah.
happens quite often.
Yeah.
But at any
But
rate,
they have them. I don't know if they have those out, but I was in Walmart back where they sell the liquor now, and
Yeah.
they
I've been there.
and they had a bunch of the Pringles all stacked up with the other chips, and then they had this little, I don't know, little stand further out where they had all of the different flavors together. You know, they were doing those. Well, here's a pizza. Well, here's a hot.
Yeah, they got the ranch flavor, the pizza
and
flavor.
you stack them all.
But these,
Wow.
they say that the Thanksgiving ones are special, and you can only order them online at kelloggstore.com.
Because they know.
And now,
Stick them in that store and they'll be there for a while.
now, as you really get prepared for Thanksgiving and your holiday table, Thanksgiving ice cream flavors, turkey and stuffing now on sale.
Ooh.
That's right, including salted caramel Thanksgiving turkey, roasted peach and sage cornbread stuffing.
No.
And if you want them, they can ship them to you. Salt and Straw. It's an ice cream company out on the West Coast. You know, they're always coming up with new and different ideas.
I know.
out
See,
there.
that's crazy. What happened to Thanksgiving? like Mom and Grandma used to do it. They, you know, it would be something that would start the day before, the night before, and you wake up and it smells great in there, and folks would come over, and this is stuff. The only thing that might be what you call super fresh would be that turkey that maybe Uncle Dave went and blew his head off.
Yeah.
You know,
Plucked it
last
right
week.
there
Yeah,
in the
whatever.
garage.
Yeah, but other than that, it was great.
And then-
some people will even bring their special, I don't know, green pea and mushroom sauce.
Oh yeah, that green bean
Casserole
crap. Yeah, that
over.
green
Yeah.
bean casserole, and then the
Yeah.
cranberry sauce, and then
Yep.
you know we all sit down and spend 40 minutes or so, an hour eating it all, and then Grandpa would spend another 40 minutes or an hour sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
You remember those days?
and
don't
all
you?
those people, and then you'd look at the cousins and nieces and nephews and how they slowly but surely would disappear.
Yeah.
Where are they? What are they
when
doing?
it was time for cleanup, everybody was
Yeah.
gone. Okay, let me give you
Yeah.
the quick rundown then of these various flavors from the
All
Salt
right.
and Straw Company. They've got salted caramel turkey Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving turkey, with turkey fat and skin mixed in to the ice cream.
No.
They have
no.
sweet potato casserole with maple pecans, roasted cranberry sauce sorbet. They've got roasted peach and sage cornbread stuffing, and finally, spiced goat cheese and
No.
pumpkin pie ice cream.
Forget
What do you
that.
think? Come on.
I forget that. Oh, here's something. All of these little add-ins you're talking about are added into what flavor ice cream?
I'm hoping it's a vanilla to kind of keep it basic.
Yeah.
Or they already have a pumpkin ice cream, I would imagine. So maybe they infuse it with the spiced goat cheese. Now, with regards to the turkey ice cream, I don't know what you start that. They said it's a salted caramel Thanksgiving turkey with turkey fat and skin mixed in.
No. Turkey fat and skin mixed into the ice cream.
You can't beat that.
I'll
Come
tell you
on.
what, if any of you buy any of this crap, any of this product,
Let us know.
we like to know exactly what it tastes like, and we'll go from there. One other thing, man. Congratulations.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
What?
What did I do now?
No, not you.
Oh.
To our new governor.
Oh, yeah.
We have a new governor.
We do.
Yes. Well, don't act surprised.
No, I know. I mean, we all sat up all night long waiting to see the results of the elections.
So,
we got Mr. Stitt.
Yes.
Mr. Stitt goes to the Capitol.
And at some point in time, we'll see if we can get Mr. Stitt to come on this particular podcast so we can talk to him. And you, in turn, will have a chance to meet him. And not in a campaigning type way, but just sit down and we'll shoot the breeze and maybe talk about that good-looking wife of his.
We'll talk about getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with the state? What's going to happen with education? Are the lottery prizes going to be increased? More often? I mean, that's an interesting thought right there.
And I said this while all of the campaigning was going on, and unfortunately, in 98% of it was negative. I said, everybody's talking about, negative about each other. You get the idea. No matter who you get,
yeah,
they're bringing a ton of baggage.
They're bringing
with them.
baggage with them, according to the TV ad.
Yeah, there you go.
And speaking of that, here's a lady. We've got the audio clip of a lady's radio commercial. This lady actually paid to have a radio commercial run on various radio stations in her community, and I don't know where she's from. But she was really pissed off about all the negative ad campaigns regarding politics. So listen to her radio ad.
I'm Linda Mesmer. I'm not a politician. I'm not running for any office. I'm a proud American citizen, and I voted in every election since I've been old enough to vote. I try to be an informed voter by reading about and listening to the candidates. I am sick and tired of being bombarded with all the negative, hateful, mean-spirited ads. To all the candidates who are running these kinds of ads, I say, stop it. I'm Linda Mesmer, and I approve this message.
There you go. Good job, Linda. Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah. I mean, because it makes us seem like no matter who wins, we come out the loser.
Well, and I've always said this about, and I have, you come on and you tell me everything that's wrong with your opponent. I'm really not all that concerned about what's wrong with your opponent. I want to know what you plan to do for the state, for the people, for the city.
That's right.
That's what we want to find out about.
Yeah, you took up all that time and spent all that money to talk about the other guy.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for the state? What are you going to do for me?
What are you doing? What are you bringing to the party for Jack and Ron?
Thank
you.
Now,
that's the important message that needs to be conveyed.
That is probably the one thing that most of the state is wanting to know. What are you going to do with and for Jack and Ron?
That's the question that needs to be answered.
Thank you
All right.
much.
Now we've got other questions to be answered, and they come in the form of email because we get tons of email from people out there with problems. They're under stress. They've got all kinds of dilemmas they're running through. They want answers, and the only ones to come to are Jack and Ron.
Don't wander around. We'll be your anchor. Dear Jack and Ron, what's up with television shows that are getting so raunchy? I watched some shows my kids watch, and I was absolutely stunned. What can I do? Well, and wrote down here that you watched Hawaii Five-0, South Park.
Well, yeah, South Park. Are you really going to let your kids watch that? How old are those kids?
I don't know. They're little bitty kids. They're in elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
But it's on. I think it's on the Cartoon or Comedy Network, or maybe both. And South Park and Family Guy and I don't know.
Cat House?
There's a lot of other. What?
Cat House? Remember the Cat House, that show with the guy who died a couple weeks ago? Dennis Hoff of the Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Cat House was on HBO, though. That was a premium.
Yeah, but let me do this.
And that was
Dennis Hoffman.
Dennis
you know
Hoff
what? He was running
guy.
for an assembly seat.
And he got it.
Won. This is after he died. 70% voted for Dennis, and they're saying, well, gee, they knew he was dead, but they voted him in anyway. Unbelievable.
From what I understand, the reason they did that is they wanted the seat to remain a Republican seat in their state legislatures. So they voted for him because he was the Republican. So now the seat remains.
Yeah, well, who's going to speak for,
I don't know.
But anyway.
That's a good question.
I would suggest what you just did, obviously, that prompted you to send us the letter. And that is, watch what your kids watch. Sit down with them and watch what they watch And if you object to it, put together a reason why, hey, I don't think you should be watching this. And you can block it. You didn't know that? You can. You can block what you don't want your kids to watch. But that's the thing I would suggest. Just watch the show. And who knows? Raunchy enough, you might like it. All right, we got...
Watch, what is it, Sesame Street? Is that still on?
Yeah.
Okay, are they
the
showing...
electric company and all that?
Are they showing reruns of Mr. Rogers? He was always real gentle. He was?
Yeah, come on down to my basement. What?
Yeah.
Come on down here. Come on down to my
I'm going to
basement.
put on my sweater, and then I'm going to take off my shoes. I like the way you say shoes. Be a part of it, would you?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mr.
You
Rogers.
go in that back room where that train comes out. Could you go back? All right, we got one
Choo-choo,
more letter.
Choo-choo. I'm the conductor. All right.
Oh, they're coming out. They're coming out with a Mr. Rogers movie.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
I want to
crazy.
see that, though. But Fred Rogers, awesome guy, and he did great. Some of the interviews he did were phenomenal. If you've never really watched any of the Mr. Rogers episodes, he interviewed some really high-powered individuals, and a lot of them in the music industry, too.
Well, they knew they was going to be a soft interview.
It was going to be a softball interview, yeah.
How long have you liked music? You like it a lot? Yeah. Okay. Well, second letter.
All right, here we go.
Dear Jack and Ron, how about some help in getting my kid a car? I can't afford the type of car he wants. Help. Well, look,
Him to
wait
get
a
a
minute.
job.
Yeah, that's what I was about
And
to
what type
say.
of car does he want?
I have this philosophy. Every young person who gets a car needs to get a hoopty. And if you don't know what a hoopty is, it's a car that's nice, good, kind of crazy, but you may need to work on it. Teach him how to change the tires. Teach him how to change the oil. Teach him how to go ahead and take care of that vehicle instead of going to pull one off of the showroom floor.
Teach him how to call Auto Club, because you know it's going to break down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they need to know more than just let's take it to the shop to get some work done on it. I mean that's the way it was with me when I got my vehicle. A bunch of us would go over to each other's house if there was a problem, and we'd talk and work on the car and stuff like that. So that's okay, but you can't afford the car he wants. Tell him to get a job.
Yeah, there you go. The first car I had 40,000 miles on it when I got it. And that Rolls Royce lasted me a good 4 or 5 more years. So, I mean, you talk about having a rough go. Hey, we've been there, man. We have been there.
Without a doubt.
All right, we told you Roy the movie guy was back, and he's with us, and he's got a review of a couple flicks for you.
All right, listen up now, because I'm going to ask you which movie do you think will be the top out of the ones he gives us.
Here's Roy.
Thank you, Jack and Ron. We're going to take a look at 3 movies opening this weekend at the box office. From Paramount Pictures and J.J. Abrams' production company, Bad Robot, is the war horror movie Overlord, starring Wyatt Russell and Hovan Adepo. On the eve of D-Day, American paratroopers drop behind enemy lines to destroy a radio transmitter inside a church, but instead stumble upon experiments that forces them to fight an army of the undead. That's Overlord, rated R, 1 hour and 48 minutes. From Sony Pictures is the crime thriller The Girl in the Spider's Web. Based on the Girl in the Dragon Tattoo book series, the film is a soft reboot with Claire Foy taking over the role of Lisbeth Salander, who was last played by Rooney Mara. This time, Salander tries to rescue and get vengeance for battered women. That's The Girl in the Spider's Web, rated R, 1 hour and 57 minutes long. And finally, for all you families out there, from Universal's Illumination Animation Company, responsible for the Despicable Me franchise and The Secret Life of Pets, comes Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, featuring the voice talents of Benedict Cumberbatch, Rashida Jones, Pharrell Williams, Angela Lansbury, and Kenan Thompson. 1 hour and 45 minutes, rated PG. And that's a look at your new releases this weekend. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Roy. Thanks, buddy.
Well,
I don't know. Angela Lansbury, is she still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm thinking about Overlord because everyone's into zombies and things of that nature. But we're getting closer to the holiday season. And so I'm thinking about The Grinch. But how many Grinch movies have we had already?
Yeah, I know, because we've had The Grinch That Stole Christmas, The Grinch Did This, The Grinch Did That.
Yeah.
The
Grinch stole my wife.
Yeah.
Please keep her.
The Grinch has done an awful lot in
Yeah.
his time. Yeah. So is this just titled The Grinch? Is that what he said? Is that what Roy said?
I think it's the Grinch Who Stole Christmas or something along those lines.
But I thought The Grinch Who Stole Christmas was already out. Is this a reboot?
No, this is animated.
Well, I thought that one was animated.
No, that's the
I think
one
all
that
Grinch
was the
stuff
one that Jim Carrey. played the Grinch. Remember?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So
I always forget most Jim Carrey movies.
All right. I'm going for number one. Oh, come on.
Just because it's Jim Carrey.
Overlord and the Grinch, one of the two. And,
Okay.
and I'm going to ease towards
I'm
the
going-
Grinch
I'm
because
going
the kids will
family.
want to see it, and you're not going to send the kids to the movies alone.
I'm going Grinch. I'm going Grinch.
I'm going
all the
Grinch
way.
with you. Overlord second. But, folks like zombies. By the way, I know you're not a big fan. No, I don't know that. You might be a big fan of The Walking Dead.
I've seen it. I just don't
Sunday.
follow it. I'm not like really into it like you are.
All right. Well, this past Sunday, we said goodbye to Rick Grimes, who's been in that particular television
From the beginning,
show
right?
From the beginning.
Yeah, I thought
and he will not appear on The Walking Dead any longer.
Wow.
And
What's he going to do?
Glad you asked.
Because I thought maybe he'd be too typecast from The Walking Dead to do anything else.
No. It's going to be sort of the same thing. He's getting his own show.
Wow.
Whereas he is still involved with zombies and the like, but he's dealing with a whole different area, a wider area, because he was rescued at the end of the program in a helicopter. Yeah.
Are there prostitute zombies?
No. You don't want a prostitute zombie. Number one, they don't look right. Number two, they're not going to do what you want them to do.
Oh well.
You wouldn't
Scratch that.
You wouldn't trust them to do what you want
Scratch
them to
that
do.
zombie prostitute thing, okay? It was just an idea I had for a new show, but okay, scratch that.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway,
Haunted hooker.
haunted hooker. That's good. We better take a break. We're going to take a break and come back with part 2. Hang on. We've got Jack and Ron's podcast coming up here, part 2 in just a bit.
It's football season, and we're number 1.
Come join us at Louie's Grill and Bar.
We have something for everybody. Burgers, wraps, salads, pizzas, wings, and of course, plenty of your ice-cold favorites. At Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.